chiến tranh thế giới thứ hai, các quốc gia không chỉ chạy đua vũ trang, tăng cường quân sự và điều động nhân lực. Một mặt trận khác cũng không kém phần quan trọng, đó là chính trị. Ở Mỹ, chính trị luôn được coi là nền tảng và tuyên truyền chính là công cụ mang lại sức mạnh lớn nhất. Dưới đây là một tư liệu hiếm, bộ phim tuyên truyền chống Nhật do Mỹ sản xuất vào năm 1943.
You are about to see the second of three films which have been made to help us size up our enemy, Japan. To beat the Japanese and to do the job thoroughly, we have got to understand them thoroughly. The Japanese are not easy to know. I've lived among them for 10 years, and I can testify that they are as different from ourselves as any people on this planet. The real difference is in their minds. You cannot measure Japanese sense of logic by any Western yardstick. Their weapons are modern, their thinking 2,000 years out of date. To the 70 million people of Japan, Hirohito, their emperor, is a god, through direct descent from the great sun goddess Amaterasu. They believe that he personally owns Japan, its land, its resources, and even themselves. And they believe that it is the right and destiny of Japan's emperors to rule the whole world. To bring about the fulfillment of this destiny and to destroy all nations and peoples which stand in the way of its fulfillment is the sacred duty of Japan's army and navy. The army of Japan is a well-trained, sternly disciplined force of fanatics steeled to reckless courage by a primitive moral code which assures to every man who dies in battle an immortal life among the Shinto gods. Behind the fighting forces stand all the wealth and power and resources of a people whose national dream is to see Tokyo established as the capital of the world. From Tokyo, the Japanese have for over 11 years been carrying on one long, uninterrupted war. Again and again, Western economists have predicted that Japan's economy must soon collapse. But Japan is stronger today than ever before in its history. An adaptable people, the Japanese have made good use of the inventions and conveniences of the Western world, which might fit in with the plan for world conquest, which is their national obsession. Non-essential industries in Japan have been all but wiped out, for the empire has recognized but one need, the need for the materials of war. Efforts to hold down prices have failed, and inflation has decreased the purchasing power of the yen. Japan's gold supply is carefully hoarded, no longer forms a basis for her money, but Tokyo's bankers see their turn coming later, when Japan begins exploiting the lands it has conquered. Most eagerly sought securities on the Tokyo Stock Exchange are the shares of government-controlled corporations set up to develop the gold and iron and timber of the Philippines, the abundant rubber and tin of Malaya, the oil and quinine of the Dutch East Indies, all the raw materials needed to make Japan self-sufficient in a war which many of its leaders believe may last a century. Never an inventive or creative people, the Japanese have always depended on the scientific and industrial knowledge of the Western world. And now that they are at war with Britain and the United States,